The lung channel starts inferior to the hollow of the deltopectoral triangle, comes down the lateral border biceps brachii, across the forearm to the lateral nail point of the thumb. Large intestine channel starts the radial nail point of the index finger, radial aspect of hand and arm, anterolateral aspect of shoulder, across the sternocleidomastoid, across the face below the nose to end in the nasolabial groove on the other side of the face. Lung channel starts inferior to the hollow of the deltopectoral triangle, runs down the lateral border biceps brachii, down the forearm across the thenar eminence to terminate at the radial nail point of the thumb. Large intestine starts at the radial nail point of the index finger, travels up the radial aspect of hand and arm, anterolateral aspect of shoulder, across the trapezius, across the sternocleidomastoid, across the face below the nose to nasolabial groove on the other side of the face. Stomach channel starts below the eye, swoops round the jaw, in front of the ear, and up onto the corner of the head. It then descends lateral to the thyroid cartilage, moves laterally to the midpoint of the clavicle, descends through the nipple and ribs. On the abdomen, it moves closer to the anterior midline, descends to pubic bone, where it moves laterally, and we descend the anterolateral aspect of the leg to the lateral nail point of the second toe. Spleen, medial nail point of big toe, medial aspect of leg and thigh, lateral border rectus abdominis, and then terminating the 7th intercostal space below the apex of the axilla. The heart channel starts in the apex of the axilla and travels down the medial border biceps brachii, down the forearm, across the palm, to the radial nail point of the little finger. The small intestine starts in the ulnar nail point of the little finger, travels along the ulnar aspect of the hand and arm, the back of the arm, sweeps across the top of the shoulder, comes in between the sternocleidomastoid and the angle of the mandible, and zigzags back to the ear. The heart starts at the apex of the axilla, comes down the medial border biceps brachii, down the forearm, across the palm, to the radial nail point of the little finger. The small intestine starts at the ulnar nail point of the little finger. The channel runs up the ulnar aspect of the hand and the arm, the posterolateral aspect of the arm, sweeps across the top of the shoulder, comes in between the sternocleidomastoid and the angle of the mandible, onto the cheek below the outer canthus, and zigzags back to the ear. The bladder starts just superior to the inner canthus, 2 lines over the top of the head, 2 lines down either side of the back, through the sacrum, down the posterior midline of the leg, all the way to the lateral aspect of the little toe. Turn the feet up, sweep the sole to the kidney channel, the most medial aspect of leg and thigh, very close to the anterior midline on the abdomen. When you get to the ribs, come out a little bit, and ascend to insert at the base of the clavicle. Pericardium channel starts just lateral to the nipple and goes down between the 2 heads of biceps brachii, down the forearm, across the palm, to the tip of the middle finger. Sanjiao channel travels from the ulnar nail point of the 4th finger, across the dorsum of the hand, dorsum of the arm, posterolateral aspect of the shoulder, across the trapezius, up the back of the sternocleidomastoid, around the back of the ear, to terminate at the lateral aspect of the eyebrow. Pericardium channel starts lateral to the nipple in the male, descends through the 2 heads of biceps brachii, down the forearm, to the tip of the middle finger. Sanjiao channel starts at the ulnar nail point of the little finger, descends the dorsum of the hand, the dorsum of the arm, goes through the posterolateral aspect of the shoulder, across the trapezius, up the back of the sternocleidomastoid, around behind the ear to terminate the lateral aspect of the eyebrow. The gallbladder channel starts lateral to the outer canthus, sweeps the side of the head, top of the trapezius, all the way down the side of the torso and legs, to the lateral nail point of the 4th toe. The liver channel starts at the lateral nail point of the big toe, ascends the dorsum of the foot, very close to the medial cresta tibia, and terminates the 6th intercostal space below the nipple, where it will then continue up to join with the lung channel.